Welcome back. I'm Tedward. We're out here at a racetrack in Montreal, Canada. It's a bit cold. We're with Mitsubishi. We have the Outlander PHEV, the PHEV, the plug-in hybrid, and you may not think like this is the thing to go toy around with on an ice and snow track, but honestly, it's pretty interesting because this is a dual motor, electrically driven car. It does have an internal combustion engine being a plug-in hybrid, but it's driving the wheels with an electric motor in the front and electric motor in the rear, which gives it a lot of control. This has the S-AWC, the super all-wheel control that was originated back with the Evo 10, I believe. So Mitsubishi knows their way around an all-wheel drive system. And unfortunately, we don't have the cool Mitsubishis that we had in the past. We don't have a Lancer Evolution to play with, or, you know, even going back further, a 3000 GT or a Galant VR4. Those were the days, and maybe we'll get back there, but the lessons learned with engineering with Mitsubishi over the past couple of or multi-decades has really given them the opportunity to put their heart and soul into the cars that they're left with today. So maybe the Eclipse Cross isn't the success and successor to the Eclipse that we wanted, but it does make a difference when a good all-wheel drive handling system adds up. And it's kind of fun to do this while they're grooving the ice behind us. So let's go take a ride and see how the all-wheel drive system handles on some pretty ugly surfaces. Now, the car that we're looking at right now is the only car that is on the all seasons, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna be driving on these Yokohama snow tires. These are the Yokohama V906s, and I actually have never driven on these tires before, so I'm curious to see how it behaves. But what I'm also curious about is how this behaves in transferring power laterally and front to rear in order to keep this thing stable. Today isn't necessarily about going sideways, which is a super bummer because this does have a rear motor, and I implore Mitsubishi to allow this to be rear wheel drive. It could be very fun. Instant torque, rear wheel drive, let's go. But today we're gonna explore their traction control systems, we're gonna explore their all-wheel drive system, and we're just gonna have a nice day out here in Canada. All right, let's get out here on the little handling course. We're in snow mode. This is fun. Now we get to kind of explore a little more of these tires. A lot of slip. A little slalom action. We'll do the wide mode. This traction control system does a pretty darn good job of like keeping things settled out. We'll wait till he gets off to this part of the course, and then we'll go for it. But what's wild about this is I'm able to get on power pretty early because it's not restricting me in a particularly devastating way. All right, we'll go for it here. This is really slick though. Right here, it's all ice. And look at that. So maybe the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV isn't like the most exciting enthusiast toy there is, but I'm pretty excited about just how capable this system is. And it shows that like Mitsubishi's technology is still progressing. It's still exciting. And that gives me so much hope because what I want is I want to feel this in like a sports car at some point. I want to feel Mitsubishi go wild with another Evo or something, and you know, absolutely out there. Let's hit it. We'll be nice and gentle past our friend here. I pedal.
Okay, well, look at you.
All right.
Cool.
Now we've got the I pedal, which is one pedal driving. This is really slick. Oh my goodness. The one pedal driving is not my favorite thing, but it works pretty well. It's a preference thing for me to use a brake pedal versus the I pedal. But I get why people like it. I get how in traffic that can be an exciting thing to do and use. Normal mode.
That's correct.
All right.
Excellent.
So we'll see how she does in this. I liked it on the skid pad because it was a little more responsive. I know it lets you do. I think snow mode makes it so you don't have to work as hard.
Exactly.
But in normal mode, I work harder, but I can get it around a little faster because I can rotate it a little better.
A bit more fun.
There we go. There we go.
Let's hit it in normal mode. See if we can trail brake it. I wish it would let me get a little more sideways. Gotta release the steering. All right. All right.
Just following you, eh?
Yeah. I like normal mode, honestly, because it allows you to get a little more tail happy. Oh man, look at that. It's just so much understeer on this slick stuff. There's a level of fun that you can have in the ice and snow, and then there's a level of just cumbersome no grip, and it doesn't matter what tires you've got. If it's gonna be rough, it's gonna be rough. But I am having a lovely time, and I'm getting a lot more like wheel spin and stuff in normal mode, which I appreciate because that is the mode you would normally drive in. That is what driving would be. All right, now our normal mode with ESC off, or ASC off. Let's see if it'll let me get a little more sideways. There we go. Maybe a little more slip. Now we're talking. Now we're having a good time. Come on. Come on. This is ice. Oh my goodness. All right, now we are on an all-season tire, so we're gonna see what this is up to. We've got ASC on this lap. Maybe the next lap will kill it, but for now, we're good. All right, let's see how she gets off the line. Still shockingly good with the traction off the line, but we're gonna start to feel that rear end get a little more playful, probably especially in these sections, which are getting more and more slick as the day goes on. But we can get back into the power a little bit. Snow mode doing its best to restrict, but still able to turn in a little bit of torque vectoring from the front, giving us what we need. There we go. We're gonna step out a little bit, which is nice because this is mostly rear wheel bias, which is fun. And that's the thing, is I need that, look at how much faster we can get through here now that that's off, because we can start to position the car a little bit and get on power when we're pointing in the direction that we want to be going. And then we can just kind of power through, go nice and wide, play with the car just a little bit. The front wheels still clawing away, very slick back there, but giving us the opportunity to kind of have a good time. So if you were wondering if you can still have a good time in your Outlander PHEV, yes, you can. You can get a little sideways and have some fun in the snow. Anyway, so let's head back this way. Now we're in normal mode. These guys are really nice. I like the Mitsubishi people. But yeah, so now we can kind of play around here. I mean, we're carrying reasonable speed, but it's funny because you can feel exactly how the car is going to behave a little differently if you add slip angle. It's going to brake and torque vector and all that stuff, and it's really neat to feel how like instant that is for you, and where it's pushing, where it's pulling power. And this is a really slick surface. They've basically like etched out a little bit of the ice in order to make this work for us. But you know, see, like we're understeering, and then it immediately starts to figure out, how am I going to get this car to you know, not push, and when it comes back, it's not going to have some outrageous, egregious yaw angle. Back to on. So thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one.